working? Oh. I just got a notification. All right. We all ready?
This is not a test. There is no need for panic. Do not be alarmed.
Oh my God! No, God!
The off-track Syndicate is now controlling this frequency.
They can't close us down. We're pirates.
They will find a way. Governments loathe people being free.
Often imitated, but never duplicated. Accused of cultural appropriation. Yes, even by radio pirates. Millions of social media community standard violations. They dare to stand for the Constitution, liberty, freedom, faith, and your right to have a good time. Grab your drink and have a seat. Or don't. You are moments away from the greatest entertainment $20 can buy you downtown. The Off-Track Syndicate is on now.
Coming in hot. You know, it's probably never a good idea to teabag someone else's trampoline.
We're teabagging people on a trampoline, or we're actually teabagging the trampoline?
Teabagging the trampoline, which means that
What?
You're naked. You're naked.
Naked on a trampoline.
Yeah.
At least from the waist down.
Well, you know, 21-year-old guy in Florida, Fort Myers to be exact.
Holy
Of course,
crap.
Florida, man.
Rusty's probably related to him because I know he's from there.
I was born in Fort Myers.
I know. Was it your brother?
I will neither confirm nor deny. Go ahead.
Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe you took a trip home. What do I know? You're not 21 though, so there's that. I knocked on a woman's door the other day. She asked if he could help. Now remember, he's naked already.
Completely, 100%.
He's naked. That's what. Yes, it is. Says naked. She says, "Can I help you?" He said no, and he left. Then she looks out her window, sees him jumping on her kid's trampoline, still naked, mind you.
Hey, I was wondering, because I don't have one attached to me. Does that hurt? Like when it's like free like that? And
what is
that? You know what I mean? Does that hurt?
What? Yes.
I'm assuming it's not like,
I mean,
you know, like.
We got girls jumping on trampolines topless, and I can't imagine that feels good either.
No, I don't think it will. Unless you're not well
local
enough.
sizes.
Yeah,
right?
if you're have an athletic build, then it shouldn't be a problem. But you know,
and
don't want
you
to
haven't had 20 kids yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, there's
like the little tangerines in a sock.
Yeah. Anyway, the lady finally called the cops.
Tangerines in the sock.
Oh my! Oh no! Oh, ouch! Well, that's kind of how this guy probably, tangerines in a sock, right? Maybe they were halos. No, cuties. I'm sure they weren't very cute, but maybe they were cuties in a sock.
Oh, look at the little cutie.
Oh my goodness! I'm sure it was a. The suspicion is that he was
What happened,
high
Chris?
on drugs.
The Zoom, it decided it was going to crash. That sucks, but we're back.
Oh. What? So everyone missed a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, it crashed for just a second.
Just a second. I think they got the window part.
Okay. All right, we're good. Yeah, so the suspicion is that he was high on drugs.
No.
I guess you just don't go around teabagging.
Shocker.
Didn't even know her.
I'd say she probably needs to burn that trampoline now.
Oh my gosh! I wonder if he left a trail. You see those little memes on Facebook.
Only if he was just jumping, on his feet, as long as he wasn't doing the old jump, and then hold your legs out in front of you in the butt.
What if he was doing backflips?
The air splits. The air splits, Rusty.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The air splits, and it's like, hey, you got a dingleberry. Oh. No, that's no. Oh, okay.
When you said girls jump on trampolines, and if they had a bunch of kids, it's not probably their boobs they're worried about. They're probably worried about peeing themselves.
Why?
Because the bladder takes a toll after so many children.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you're. So what you're saying is if you're going to be naked and on a trampoline as a woman, you need to be a virgin. Well,
no,
not a virgin.
No.
Just don't have any kids.
Right.
Okay, because there's a difference.
You're gonna pee yourself.
Oh, you don't have any
You're gonna do the
Kegels.
Kegels.
Oh, you've never had sex? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, okay.
That doesn't make sense.
Look, if you're naked on a trampoline, I guarantee you. I shouldn't say. I'm betting you are not a virgin if you're naked on a trampoline. Because if you are, it ain't gonna take long now. Because you can have an audience and people probably pining after you a little bit. Carson City, Nevada. Cops got a call.
Mm-hmm.
It was a drunk driver, of course. And they found the guy. The cops got a call from someone else, right? So they went looking. They found the guy. He was doing over 100 miles per hour.
Holy crap.
With his airbags already deployed, mind you. Right? So.
Wow.
Who knows what the car looked like at this point, but they tried to pull him over, but he wouldn't stop, and the chase didn't end until he pulled into a fast food joint, crashed into a cement wall. Turns out the guy had okay, we do this. You want to take a guess at his blood alcohol level?
0.30.
Yeah, I would say 0.32.
Chris? Chris?
Sounds pretty drunk. I'm going to go with like 0.25.
0.404.
Lord. Right? How is he still alive?
Look, his blood alcohol level, like earthquakes, where it jumps up one number and it's like 1,000 times more powerful. Is that a thing? I think it is. If it isn't, it is for this story. We'll just go with that.
Okay.
0.404, which is 5 times the legal limit. Isn't that like dead? Really?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm pretty sure he must be a long time drinker, because if I was to get 0.4,
at least since 5:30 a.m.,
I'd be dead at 0.40.
Yes, I would definitely be comatose if nothing else. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, unconscious for sure.
It does say it's possibly fatal range. There's no possibly with me. I'd be 6 feet under real quick. I don't even know how I got the damn car started in the first place. So just wow. Anyway, you know what, guys? You're listening to the mighty Mojo 50. We are Off Track Syndicate. If you're new to the program, thank you for joining us, and it's good to have you guys in. So,
yeah.
Pickable the Snarky Jackhole over on the Twitter says Zoom crashes and Sean's worried that we missed a lot. Well, it's off track, so probably not.
Probably not.
Jackass.
Go over to the
Carol Heisenberg said, that's not her name. It's just Carol. Heinz Sullenberger.
Yeah.
Okay, long-time drinker, first-time driver.
Right. Oh, Carol. Yeah, Carol's one of my old friends from way back.
Can I call her Heisenberg? Because that sounds really...
I don't think she'd probably care.
Okay.
Is she really old? I mean, like really old?
No, she's not old. I'm just saying.
Sean's
I've known her for
old.
years.
Yes.
Yeah, I've known her for years.
Yeah. Okay.
She's cool. She's cool.
Well, she's probably old because Sean's old.
No, whoa. I mean, what if she was really, really, really young back in the day?
I'm sure
And
she
you'd
was.
be arrested.
we're all really.
No,
really
no, that's not the kind of relationship Carol and I have ever had. Huh. Anyway,
Carry on.
Rusty, you got any buttons to push over there? 'Cause, maybe I need that button.
Yeah, that's what it is. I need to give this. I need to give this button right here to you. Off track Syndicate. Yeah, and stuff.
What has everybody been up to this week, really? I mean, well, Melissa, welcome back, because you weren't even here last week. You had some deadly internet issues.
Yeah.
Deadly internet.
Yeah, it was dead, right?
It was intermittent. It was not reliable, so I didn't want to.
Kind of like this show.
Yes,
right. And not reliable. Well, you could have just joined right in. No one would have noticed the difference.
I know.
But,
I didn't want to do that because we're a professional organization here, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to put any more stress on Chris. So, it didn't get fixed until Wednesday, so that pissed me off. But actually, our provider, cable/internet provider, they were or are now able to come into people's houses.
Oh, because of COVID.
Yes, because so I've had this problem on and off for a little while, but it just got real bad last week, and I thought it was internal. Come to find out, it's external. It was on the little bucket thing out on the big long pole thingy.
Whoa!
So yeah, we got that
on a big long pole.
Yeah,
like a top hat.
The guy's like, I gotta call in a bucket, and I was like, that sounds really cool. He must like, I gotta call in the bucket man.
Sorry,
But other than that, had a pure romance party on Friday, and that was
how did that
cool.
go over?
Good. I got a lot of money and credits. Oh my goodness, these girls. So I made this. The key. Whenever you have, I haven't had a multi-level marketing party in so long. But if you're the hostess, I learned this trick a long time ago. Get your people smashed, and then they will buy. I made this killer sangria. Secret ingredient.
Alcohol.
Wait, a lot of tequila.
No. Blackberry brandy.
Blackberry. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, it was. I went to Sam's, cut up all kinds of fruit, and it was, and I got a lot of credit. And so the girl that put that on is also a certified sex therapist. The girl I keep trying to get to come on the show.
We know who she is.
So she looked around, and she's, believe it or not, she's shy. She's shy to come on. I mean, her job is to talk sex all the time. And I was like, you can come on and talk smack. But here's her thing. If we really want her on the show, we need to come up with some questions. So it's not like, hey, welcome. And then she starts talking.
Right.
We got to give her a bunch of questions. So if anybody has questions for a sex therapist, it can be anonymous. You know how to get in touch with me.
Well, what it is she's intimidated by my esoteric psychology degree.
Oh,
I think she is. I think you guys might have to collaborate. Yeah.
Well, I'm married. I don't do that.
Well, so she.
Oh, well.
She's got a very open mind. So I don't know.
Segment. That's
okay. We'll save it for after dark.
Right.
Slightly venomous Kirk wants to talk about briefly the jumpoline again, or the trampoline. He says it was just called a jumpoline until your mama got on it.
Then now it's a trampoline.
Peekaboo the Snarky Jackhole says Off-Track's new show slogan is going to be intermittent and unreliable.
We can make that happen. I mean, we do voiceover work here at Off Track Syndicate. Hire us.
We can make a T-shirt that says
new merch coming shortly. Intermittent and unreliable.
Yes.
Oh crap! Remind me, I got to do some voiceover work for Chris. I got to get with you for that.
Yeah.
I had a request.
I need to do some for Kinsey. We have a script that has come up for that. I don't know. Did Mike?
Oh yeah, we need to get together and review that. The Off Track Theater's coming up soon, guys. We got the first scene already ready to rock and roll. We just got to start working on it.
Wait, no, I see a bunch of rewrites and stuff we're gonna have to do.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay. Well, hey, everything will get adjusted.
Rusty,
Don't worry,
I wanted
Rusty,
to.
the expectations are not high. It's okay.
I wanted to talk about your new shave job there for just a second.
What?
Can you describe it for the listeners? The people
yeah, for all the listeners that are watching, many of
looks
you
like Yosemite Sam.
Many of you would have been around in the late '90s. Metallica, Hetfield, think. Rusty is transitioning into a '90s metal guitar and singer. So
awesome.
Okay,
Without
like
the guitar, without the guitar and the singing.
Yeah, without the talent in any way.
Well,
the money.
Well, there's that. Why is my phone blowing up?
That's right, Rocky. Handlebar.
Okay. Melissa, do you have any science bitches for us tonight?
I have a little bit, but I think everybody has a little
now,
science today.
time for Off Track's most serious, hard-hitting segment. Mostly because we don't do serious or hard-hitting.
It's science, bitches.
Yo, bitches, it's science.
It's science, bitches.
Yeah, science, bitches.
So right before we were on doing show prep, I had a story, but it's little and insignificant compared to what the guys have prepared for us today. So I am requesting Rusty, open it for me. Rusty, open it for me.
Dang it. I wish you'd have told me that to begin with.
I did. I was going to talk about taste buds, but I have a feeling you're going to be talking about space.
Now, how did you know that? Yes.
Great minds think alike, and so do ours.
Exactly. A new photo of what was potentially hazardous asteroid Apophis. Nailed it.
Yeah, it's
Apophis.
yeah.
It was an Egyptian god.
The asteroid.
Apophis.
Yes. Anyway,
he was also a bad guy in the documentary Stargate.
Okay.
Ooh, sexy.
There you go. Yeah, Apophis is also known as the god of chaos, and it passed by us Friday night. Astronomers were in for a show, and yeah, god of chaos. Apophis is also known as god of chaos, and it's also the new name of my death metal garage band. But,
I thought it was 30-second dick fire via the shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Anyway, they took a 300-second exposure photo using the virtual telescope project in Europe, and it just shows it as a bright dot against a backdrop of stars. So, I mean, from the look of it, it doesn't look like anything, but apparently it would have killed us if it had.
How far away was it?
The photo does not convey the size. It was 10 million miles away. The photo does not convey the asteroid's size. It was between 1,000 and 2,200 feet wide. So that was
at 10 million miles away.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
We really have something to see. A telescope? Is this what they're using, or is it something we've projected into
Well,
space?
it wasn't a microscope, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, it was well, they said it was a 300-second exposure, so they knew about where it was and shined it up there, and then took a picture for 300 seconds and finally was able to get it out. But at the lower
That's like 5 minutes.
Size, yeah.
5-minute exposure.
Yeah.
People have been arrested for less.
Yeah, even just a quick glance. Quick glance will get you thrown in jail.
Streaking.
Is as wide as the Eiffel Tower is tall.
That's a good size.
4 times as big as the Washington Monument. It was also traveling at over 10,000 miles an hour.
Okay, that's not real slow.
No.
The damage that could do to the Earth is significant.
Scientists are particularly interested in Apophis not because of this close pass, but because of the next one, which is due to take place April of 2029, where they are estimating that it will pass just 19,000 miles.
That's close. That's real close, actually.
So, yeah, so that's like, what, 29, 8 years. 9 years.
That is below the distance. That is within the distance of satellites.
Yes.
So it could come through and knock out a bunch of satellites.
Yeah, it will be 10 times closer than the moon is. So
That's next door, man.
200.
What if it takes out the moon?
That, you know what?
Is that
Something
we're
that
gonna have
big
high
could
tide
not-
or
yeah.
low tide?
Good size.
Oh, I feel bad for the werewolves.
NASA,
It'll hit on a half moon. It'll be fine. It won't be a full moon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other
Thank
half
God,
will
then
be
the whole thing
sleeping
won't
somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay, so the whole moon is just
fine.
just a slice, just a little bit of cheese, not the whole
Sliver,
cheese.
right.
Okay, good.
Not the big cheese.
NASA says they are pretty confident that the 2029 pass will be harmless, but when it was first discovered in 2004, scientists calculated that there was an almost 3% chance it would hit the Earth on its 2029 close approach. So
And they didn't say anything. Why? I'm going to say why, but we know why, because mass hysteria.
Yeah.
All the hysteria is in Massachusetts.
Well, as long as it's not
Because they're massholes.
mass asses.
Massholes. Massholes.
Okay. Rusty?
Right,
So,
Erica? Where is
yeah.
she? I can't find the YouTube.
There was that. Now 2020 was a not such a great year.
Oh my God.
So,
Jesus Christ.
but there were several incredible scientific discoveries in 2020. One being signs of alien life in the clouds of Venus.
Did you say Venus?
Venus, yeah. In September of 2020, astronomers announced that they had found a gas called phosphine, which can be
Yep.
a sign of life. The team later revised their findings and said that they found a fainter signal of the phosphine than initially reported, though that is still in being calculated and looked at. And the team spotted the phosphine with that was present in the clouds of Venus and observations of the planet using telescopes. Next, they used computer modeling techniques to understand what was happening and concluded microbes could be a most likely explanation.
So I read something about the phosphine a few months ago, but what I don't remember is, Rusty, why do they call that life?
Yeah.
Wait. Well,
I know where you're going with this.
Right. Don't we all? Oh, yeah. They go ahead.
Microbial.
Yes.
Microbial.
There you go.
Oh, that's gross.
And now, big words with Rusty Lugnuts.
Exactly. They consider, bacteria or, moving protein as life, yet it's not life for the abortion people.
That's where that went. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I know. Well, yeah, I've always wondered what, how they, where the consistency was.
there's zero consistency.
Oh, really?
They're the party of science people.
Just in
Come on
case
now.
you weren't aware, it's not consistent.
But the science is settled.
Yeah.
The science is settled, but most people say that the Democrats are the party of science.
I don't believe
Depends on what you identify with, though.
Well, whatever.
Back a year ago, there was a paleontologist identified a near complete skull of a bird as the oldest known modern bird fossil, dubbing it the Wonder Chicken.
Wait, modern bird fossil?
Does Popeyes have a sandwich for that?
It's crusty.
Has it been used in a Civil War reenactment?
Okay.
The Wonder Chicken, the dubbed Wonder Chicken, is thought to be between 66 and 67 million years old. The team.
How is that modern?
Well, I guess modern in like it displays all the traits of a modern bird, all the skeletal features of a modern bird. But it's
fair enough.
67 million years old.
Yeah, it sounds like a superhero. I have to agree with Heisenberg.
Will help to explain how modern birds evolved and why they survived.
Wow. Didn't see that coming. I don't think any of us did. Okay, guys, you know what to do. Don't go anywhere. Just put some Gorilla Glue right in your hair and on your butt and stay put. Off Track Syndicate right here. Well, that went fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow.
Heisenberg's funny. Carol?
Isn't that like a piano or something, or like one of those weird?
It's actually a thing.
It was from Breaking Bad.
Right. Found in KFC dumpsters.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad 2, the Electric Boogaloo.
Carol.
And Erica, don't be talking about massholes.
Carol's a good drinking buddy. I'll put it to you that way.
Aw.
From way back, my bar days when I worked at the bar and she was a patron.
Rusty Hetfield from the club.
John over on the YouTube says that life to Planned Parenthood is all about the Benjamins. If you can make money on it, it isn't life.
Well, in the science aspect, it could be the opposite.
He also wants to know if we are out of our clucking minds.
He also wants to know what gases come from Uranus. Potent.
All of them.
He should know
What's the
about
matter,
that.
Colonel Sanders?
He's a scientist.
Chicken.
Special recipe. Or secret recipe, that is.
Apparently I had to get away from doing segments on pseudoscience.
Oh.
People weren't liking that. He never did contact me, but I'll be right back. I gotta get a refill and some water.
Our official, unofficial.
She's gonna get a refill and a drink?
Wow.
What?
Our official, unofficial fifth member, Miss Sarah Nichols. You know what, Sarah? I want you, my dear, to get in contact with Izzo, and I want you to really push him coming on our show. I mean, I want you to.
Why?
Just get him to just push him to come on the show.
Are you trying to get her in trouble? This is the mighty Mojo 50, and we are Off Track Syndicate. Rusty, did you want to finish that story you were talking about, or
Wonder Chicken?
I wonder what a chicken tastes like. Tastes like frog legs.
So, nah, we're done with that one.
Okay, well.
I got another one. Voice of 3,000-year-old ancient Egyptian priest recreated.
Wait, voice?
That's what they're saying.
Okay, tell me how they did this.
Back in January 2020, scientists recreated, or what they believed recreated, the voice of an ancient Egyptian priest using a 3D printed vocal track built using scans of his mummified body.
You know what? I actually heard this clip.
Wow.
Did you know what it sounds like? I have a perfect imitation of it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Oh, stop it.
Scientific evidence. It was Buster Tut.
Buster Tut.
Buster Tut, right out of the tomb, baby.
Nice.
How you doing, baby? Sorry, go ahead.
The team was able to reimagine what the high-ranking priest name nailed it.
Nailed it.
But you should just go with Buster Tut. It's kind of like
Tut.
Nut, but not Buster Nut.
They figured out what he would have sounded like when speaking a vowel. Can I buy an A?
Hold on, just one vowel?
Just nah.
Wow, that's okay. I am officially not impressed anymore because
Me neither.
a sound. Hey, that's a vowel. Woo! We are scientists.
Remember, I told you, move your vowels, otherwise you're going to get consternated.
And now, big words with Rusty Love.
Oh my God.
That's your family. It's thought to have also been described what during the reign of Pharaoh Ramses the 11th. I didn't know there was one.
Wait, there was more than one?
Yes, Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey,
maybe this is
seventh.
Maybe this is
financial
bigger.
guy.
Maybe they mean this is the bigger, like this is Ramsey XL. He was like the larger version. That's what it looks like.
Oh, he was a fat ass.
Anyway, and they think he died due to a allergic reaction. They can just speculate to hell.
I know they don't know any of this. I'm going Rusty's line.
I think he died in a chariot accident and was horribly mangled. I mean,
That's because his airbag didn't deploy.
So why did they build the pyramids?
I don't.
Well, from the documentary Stargate, they're landing pads for giant alien ships.
That's what got me thinking of it when you said Stargate.
That's pointed.
Yeah.
No, really, it's kind of a.
I thought it was to harvest solar energy and to make it like 3 big batteries or something. I don't know. Like you could say anything about that.
I got to tell you, and I'm sure anyone in our audience who has ever listened to anything, or watched anything on TV, documentaries, whatever. If you say Egypt, the pyramids, and then also like the pyramids in South America, and I think maybe a couple other places around the world, everything is exactly in the same position, in the same size, maybe not same size, same position, and it's all
in reference to the sun.
Right, and the stars. Yeah. And these people, I mean, they were tens of thousands of miles apart. How does that happen? Is that coincidence, really?
In reference to the sun, yes, and maybe they did it for the constellations, but I'm
idea.
pretty sure the constellations are random.
I mean, why couldn't one of them been like an igloo or dome or a square?
You're not going to have an igloo in
they're all pyramids around the world, and they all line up and these direct lines. It's amazing, and it's just baffling to me. Any ideas?
I think that the Stargate theory holds through, because even the Aztec pyramids, those were made for roughly the same size ship to land on.
Well, what is kind of interesting about all that is if you go back and you look at the time frame of like the Mayans and the Egyptians and the Chinese and all that, of how they evolved within their own group culturally, the same in all three. Like, they all started writing within a few thousand years of each other. All started doing, all these things all within about the same time period, and being, thousands and thousands of miles apart. That's kind of.
So what do you think that means?
Well, it means that we're all
event, right?
Possibly, or maybe the human body they all evolved about the same.
Okay, let's put this out there. These days, and for even 1,000, okay, we'll just go with hundreds of years. I think as technology has developed, it has completely distracted the human race from ourselves, from who we are in our own minds. It's like we depend on, like, right here, what we're doing. I don't think we use our brains as much in the same capacity. I will say that. I mean, in other areas, probably we do.
So are we not using our brain when we're on our devices? I mean, how many of you guys watch TV and have your phone at the same time?
I don't. Right. I mean, it could be on, but
that's because you're driving all the time.
No, I'm saying like right here. If I'm sitting on the couch.
How often when you're driving on your trips do you have your phone on?
A lot.
Like actively, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all do.
It's distraction.
Mm-hmm.
And this and it's totally different, but it's also the same to me.
Totally, exactly the same except different.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
how
and
would we
that
ever invent calculus these days? Because we're not bored enough to sit and think.
about anything that
Anything, really.
Kids don't use their imagination even. That's like the big thing. That's like a big thing right there. Few kids can sit in a room by themselves without any, go outside, use a stick and a rock and imagine things and build things. No, they have everything to do it for them. It's already imagined. And of course someone else did that, but I don't think it's as prevalent in the whole entire human race. In some cultures, I'm sure it is because they don't have the amenities or the money or, access to technology as much as we do. And I think Americans especially are just spoiled.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much.
Lazy. We're
lazy.
Or entitled.
We're using a different
Or-
part of our brain, for sure, but we're losing basic skills. Like, how many more years do you think it'll be? And if everything went black, could somebody sit down and write out a simple math problem?
Well, not with Common Core. They've done ruined that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill Gates.
Every generation has had this problem, though.
Yes.
It's just that it seems like technology in the last 20 years has the amount and the time that it took to create the technology was very condensed the last 20 years, I have to say. And it's going faster than I think the generations of TV, watching, I grew up in the generation when we watched too much TV. That started in the 60s. The TV was the babysitters. Before that, there was a generation where people did not like their kids reading books. It was bad for their neck because they were always like this.
Yeah.
And they didn't want their kids reading fiction all the time. They didn't want them to read Tom Sawyer.
Think about 100 years ago, 1921. We barely had cars.
That was your 10th birthday?
15. No, it was my 22nd birthday. 3 times over. We barely had cars within about 16 years. Motorcycles, planes, all of this. Okay. Think about where we've come in 100 years. 100 in the span of the Earth's time of existence. 100 years is like microscopic. Okay. Think 100 years from now, that's going to be crazy. That to me is unfathomable.
We're not going to be here then.
And you know what? Who knows?
We might be.
Maybe that asteroid will come down and smash into the caldera in Yellowstone. Save us all,
Or
but if we
transport us
are,
100 years into the future.
well, it's going to blast out a bunch of something.
I mean, if it comes
Transport
down and it hits like the super collider in Switzerland.
Sure.
Boom.
So we're all complaining. We're all complaining about this and complaining about. Well, it sounds like we're complaining about technology, and
What if
our
we
kids
did an
these days
observation?
aren't going outside, kicking the can or playing baseball with rocks and a stick like Sean used to do in 1910. So,
Right.
so what's the solution? What do you think would be better?
Well, it was safer back then. The rocks were soft when when Sean and Brad were out hitting them with the sticks.
Yeah, you said Ron too.
Yeah, I
He's
did. I
out
threw
You're
Ron
in
in there.
Trouble.
Ron's just on the other side of the glass over here.
Yeah, when Ron and Brad and Sean were out there playing stickball with Timmy. Timmy was the coach.
Stick rock. No, it's stick rock. Balls
Can you
weren't
picture
invented
him-
yet.
Can you picture Timmy, the coach, like in a striped shirt and
Right.
Yeah, you see, you throw the ball at me, you hit that stick.
Come here, kid. I gotta tell you, I'll buy you a soda after. We'll go to the soda fountain. I'll
Go
get
to the
you one.
soda
Here's
fountain.
a noogie.
Whoa.
Maybe I should. Maybe that means something different than when I was a kid.
What do I think
Said
we should
noogie, not
do?
nookie.
I don't necessarily want to take away technology by any means. Please don't get me wrong when I say, and I'm not actually complaining about technology. But I do, at least personally, encourage my kid to go outside. Go get dirty. Go. I don't care what you do. go outside. Make them use that. And I know Melissa's heard me say this. Go spend time in your own mind.
My
Not
mom
just
used to
as
tell me to go play in traffic.
No, please don't do that.
She always told me that. Go get out of here. Go play in traffic. I was like,
Yes, Carol's right.
that
We're missing
band
human.
the band hasn't been here in like 6 years.
Okay, Carol's right. We're missing human interaction. I absolutely. My son and I had this conversation today about being social. You know, it's perfectly okay if you're the person who doesn't need to have social interaction. I mean, to, have a good time. You don't have to be that social butterfly. But I think it's a good thing to be able to interact with people. I don't tell my kid, go away, the adults are talking. No, sit down and listen, man. Join in.
Apparently, you didn't have a pure romance party this weekend.
No, I did not.
I told him to go away.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm busting your chops.
No, but
I got to give you hell.
But yeah, of course, you need to be careful.
Well, but the social interaction, because they also need social skills to function in the world. But then again, there's technology where some people are succeeding with technology and not so much socially, but you can't, I'm not comfortable with relying on technology without social skills, because that's not going to
100%.
That's going to stop. Actually, this is going to sound counterintuitive, but that's going to stop progress instead of keeping the progression of the momentum going forward. Because ultimately we need people, and we need to make sure that AI doesn't replace it. That's why Elon Musk really got into it, because a lot of people are afraid that AI is going to replace human interaction because of, I don't know if it's
no. Elon Musk got into this because he's an alien trying to get home.
I just started his biography, y'all, and it is really interesting. Holy crap.
Whatever ship he used to get here from wherever he came from broke, and now he's trying to build a new one so he can get home.
Oh, like Meet the Robinsons.
He's trying to get
home.
Did you see that movie? Oh, yeah.
Chris, it's a documentary for kids. It's animated.
Yeah, he's trying to get home. That's all Elon Musk is about, really. And he's going to troll us a little bit while he's at it. Dawn Stanton understands that the ancients built the pyramids. Yep. And Robert Beckel says that he buys the Goa'uld theory. So
he buys the what theory?
The Goa'ulds were involved. So
okay,
it was a part of the documentary Stargate. So important stuff.
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Now I know what I'm doing this week.
Big Pharma Steve over on the Twitter says, the kids these days don't get outside and play like their elder generations did. But then again, they're also are being kidnapped when they do.
It's a lot more safe. It's a lot safer now than it was back when we were running the streets.
And this is my theory on that.
And work in the corners.
I've heard people say same as gun violence, the kidnappings, the whatever. Yes, it exists. Obviously, we know that. But I think everyone assumes that those numbers are higher. Why? Because we have that news cycle, and it's from all over the world. It's constant.
You can see it and hear about it and read it daily.
We didn't know about it.
As far as podcasts and movies and Netflix, what is usually number one? True crime movies or true crime. I don't know if this is true. I am just making this assumption that as far as what Americans want to watch, it's true crime, hospital drama, and cop drama. Those are usually the three things. And all of those, including like LA, I almost said LA Law. Oh my gosh, I'm dating myself.
Throwback.
Did you guys hear what the grape? You guys hear what the grape said when the elephant sat on it?
Wait, did we just interrupt the story with a joke?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead now.
I thought the story was done. I was trying to.
She was talking.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Well, what did Please, what did Grape say when the elephant sat on him?
Yeah.
Nothing. It just let out a little whine.
Hold on. This deserves the famous boo. Sorry,
Wait a
that was
minute,
a
say that
foghorn.
again. I gotta say that on my group.
The grape got sat on, let out a little whine. Yeah.
Okay.
She's taking notes as to
Great
why she's going to hit me
wine.
next time she sees me.
She's writing that shit down. Note to self.
Note to self: beat Chris's ass.
I'm in a dad group, Joe.
I'm sorry. I thought she was in the middle of a sentence. All of a sudden, we're like, wait, what?
I was, but I'm blonde, so I totally forgot what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid this has already been done, and y'all already. But this is the first I've heard about it, so I'm going to go ahead and talk. Damn it, Florida man. No, he's
You
not
pulled a
Florida
Sean. You lose your story.
man. All right. This man was either prepping for the end of the world or about to go hide out in a bunker while he blew everyone up, or just plain crazy. You can decide which one is the one right here.
Jason Goki.
Guthrie Police, and it doesn't say where right now, definitely made the right call when they decided to pull over a car with an expired tag. Upon speaking with the driver, 41-year-old Stephen Jennings, police quickly discovered that the vehicle was stolen and Jennings' driver's license was suspended. He reportedly told officers that he had a firearm in the center console and that there was a pet timber rattlesnake in an aquarium in the back seat.
Hold on. A pet timber rattlesnake.
Yes.
I don't know. What's it like to cuddle with that pet? No.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I like boas and pythons better. They
So,
give really good hugs.
I've heard that about you.
That's called a nope rope.
Officers quickly searched the car and found a gun and an open bottle of Kentucky Deluxe whiskey. Safe to say, Jennings and the passenger were placed in police custody. Upon further inspections, however, officers then found a silver canister containing a yellow, powdery substance, which was labeled uranium. Which
My uranium?
Which makes you question where he could have bought it.
Yeah.
So
Russia?
Police quickly called the.
Or we sold anyway.
So they had
emergency
whiskey and yellow cake uranium.
and a rattlesnake.
Breakfast of champions.
Oh my God.
We just call that Tuesday.
Police quickly called the Emergency Management Institute, and crews were sent in which they verified the substance was indeed radioactive material. Police took
Jason.
possession of the substance for safekeeping, and as to what they were going to use the powder for, police have no idea, but it's pretty scary to think about. This Oklahoma man, now we know, was charged with felony counts of possession of a stolen vehicle, with misdemeanor counts of transporting an open container of liquor, operating a motor vehicle with suspended license, failure to carry a security verification form, and his friend is charged with possession of firearm. And they don't know what they're going to possess him with or charge him with for possession of the uranium just yet.
You don't know what they're going to possess him with?
We're going to possess him with.
We're gonna stick a demon in you, you son of a.
Authority says it just. They're not going to charge him for having a rattlesnake. He can be in possession of it since he has a valid lifetime hunting and fishing license.
Well, they didn't want to make the snake mad.
So he's got a rattlesnake license, but he can't have the uranium. Did you know that there's a city in California where it's illegal to detonate a nuclear device?
No way.
Yeah, it's a law in the books in Chico, California. There's a $500 fine for detonating a nuclear device.
So you know, well, you don't, but what made that law come into effect? Something had to happen.
Probably something like this. Some guy had some yellow cake uranium and a rattlesnake.
Yellow cake uranium.
Yeah.
Is that
what kind of edible is that? I never heard of that edible.
It's not a good edible. I don't recommend. 0 stars. Do not.
You might need to take some Tums or
iodine. Lots of iodine.
Yes. Okay. Iodine. Gotcha. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Rusty, did they finish arresting the guy?
They're still waiting to charge.
So they don't know what they're going to charge him with for this one. Is
for the
$20 is what they're going to charge him with.
A terrorist or?
It's going to be somewhere around transporting hazardous material, without a license. You're supposed to be.
So, yeah, is it
And
illegal?
you're supposed to have those magnets on the back of your vehicle, too, if you're transporting that stuff. The hazmat triangle.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right. I mean, could you imagine really if he'd got like in a rollover or whatever accident and spread that stuff over, a little bit of an area and all the people that would have been in contact with it? And
that's not good.
No, it is not.
No.
Anyway.
Okay.
Hey, I want to do something, but I'll do it on the.
There a sting?
And the next thing, I gotta. Since we're talking serious stuff, I gotta do like a little tiny rant.
Okay.
A little tiny rant after the next. Not right now. I mean, after the top of the hour, after the hard break.
We're quickly.
We need a sting.
No.
Operation Stinger.
Operation.
What do we call it?
Off Track Syndicate.
Oh, look out. She's moving and grooving. Chris,
I got one we can probably kill a couple minutes with.
Do it.
So, paleontologists have discovered the perfect dinosaur butthole.
I'm sorry, what?
The perfect dinosaur butthole.
No, I heard you. What?
Yeah. This butthole belongs to a Cytosaurus, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Cytosaurus.
Your side would be Saurus too.
Perfect sphincterosaurus.
A Pisidosaurus or something like that?
Psittacosaurus.
Psittacosaurus. There we go.
Oh,
Anyway.
I thought it was a sphincterosaurus.
Sphincterosaurus.
I feel bad for the ones that don't
sphincter.
have the perfect. They don't like the imperfect buttholes compared to the perfect.
Yeah, how many buttholes did they look at to decide this one was perfect?
All of them.
Wait, is it about looks or feel?
It could be the feel. I mean,
Or
it's a
how well
fossil,
they-
so it's going to be a rock. I imagine that's a little scratchy.
Okay, well, you got to apply this to now.
Okay. So it's the first soft tissue discovery of its kind. So I'm wondering if it's the first soft tissue of its kind. Is it a fossil that's not a rock? Maybe it's a soft one, like a spongy fossil?
Okay, it's that old. It's back when rocks were soft.
As long
Okay,
as it's not
okay.
moist. Okay.
It's a moist butthole
Oh,
rock.
it looks like a chocolate starfish.
Oh, no.
Hot
This-
dog flavored water. All right.
Psittacosaurus sounds
But
like
it doesn't.
ED.
This is a Babylon Bee story.
but you gotta
Psittacosaurus
make
sounds
it-
like what, Rusty?
It's like ED medication or something,
Yeah, it's not. It's a
Oh,
Labrador.
Heisenberg said analsaurus.
That's what I was just.
Sphincter sphinx.
Allosaurus.
It's a
No,
Labrador
Corona.
retriever-sized relative of the Triceratops, actually.
Oh, all three of
The
them.
fossil remains were located in China. The Labrador-sized dinosaur was a distant relative of the Triceratops. Both lived in the Cretaceous period. That means that this particular
Cretaceous.
butthole has been around for about 100 million years.
Mm.
It's a 100 million year old
Never
butthole.
thought that asshole would die. Yeah.
Do you think a 100 million year old butthole stinks? I don't know.
No, it's extinct.
Extinct. Ah!
Stuff. Thanks.
All right.
I couldn't help it.
In dinoscience, you study what is available. It's not like research that goes into some of the fields today. In the field when you're looking for a butthole, because that's where science interests have always been.
Question. Over here.
What?
Back.
Scientific interest has always been in the butthole.
Are they actually saying in the story butthole?
Yes.
They don't have a scientific.
Sphincter, anus.
Sphincter,
cavity.
anus. No, they did. The word
Oh.
is butthole.
Hold on.
Oh, a lot of people like to use layman's terms because that'll attract them to the article.
Okay, now I'm getting pictures from. What'd you call her? Heisenberg?
Heisenberg, yeah.
Carol. It's it's Starburst picture, 20 inches wide and 71 inches high.
And it sounds pretty dry. Like if you've ever been down a water slide when there's no water, that's when you realize how important foreplay is.
I'm sending this to Off Track Syndicate group so y'all can look. It's on the messenger. and go.
So a perfectly preserved anus has some serious scientific merit. We sometimes forget just how biologically diverse our modern world is, let alone all forms stretching back millions of years.
Stretching.
Yeah, the anus was stretching. Used to stretch. I bet it's not very elastic anymore.
Elastic?
Yeah,
big word with Chris. Who's dick? What?
I'm inventing new words today.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Have we been drinking?
Okay, Webster.
Not me.
Okay.
You know.
Making new words, and we're talking about dinosaurs, so he might be a new thesaurus.
As our climate continues to change, more permafrost in Siberia thawing, the fossil hunters are excited because they will find and strike more gold. And finding a perfectly shaped butthole is gold in the paleontological world.
What is she shooting? Here, hunting.
She's shooting bunnies.
Fossils.
Oh, she's hunting
Is this
fossils?
where Rusty says, "Oh, thank God this half hour's over." Go ahead, Rusty. I know you want to.
Oh, thank
I
God.
got a rant. I got a rant on the other side.
All right, guys, stay tuned. Melissa's gonna tear it up on the other side, guys, right here on Off Track Syndicate. Stick around. Mojo 50. Oh my goodness. That's a good hour. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it was. I'm happy with that one.
So there's a picture of what looks like a butthole on a wall. Okay, I'm gonna go with a cigarette.
I actually did get a good laugh out of that, Carol. Thank you. You know what? Carol, I don't know why this just crossed my mind, but I'm ready to go out on a boat. I thought of you and I thought of the boat. Just saying. Get together with the Bruce and Beth. Bruce Bess. Oh gosh. Good times. Good times. I've been sitting on this same story for about a half hour. Huh. I'm the only. Well, hi, folks. Welcome into Off Track Syndicate. You know what? I don't know. Tell me. I'm just sitting over drinking a beer. I'm getting ready. You know what? Here you go. I'm ready to shave this damn beard off. April 11th, Mojo Riverfish, Mr. Eric Miller, can't come soon enough because I'm just tired of it. You know what? Yeah, I think I won, but I'm ready. I know you're listening. Oh, gosh, guys. Stories and stories and stories. It's been a great weekend. Although it's been really short. I didn't get home from Arizona until yesterday at about 3 p.m. From work. But all in all, it's been a great weekend. I took my kid to see a movie today. We watched Ryla, I think it's called, and The Last Dragon. Animated, but it was a good movie. It was. Yeah, there was a good message there about trust coming together. Like joining forces, seeing eye to eye. Coming together is a great thing too, in a different sense, but now walk into a house with that on a wall. Yeah, right? Oh shit. We'll have to do that this year. We will. Although I'm getting ready to buy a new bike. So if you can tear me off the Harley this year, you might get me on the boat. Yeah, that'll be a tough one. Good luck. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What are you doing? Hey, Buster Tut. Click on the background behind. There it is. We just jumped rooms. Barbara Danko, I think, is watching two different shows because she keeps going back in and out, in and out, in and out. Ooh, sorry. Rusty, did you get your truck service today?
Yep, I got it done.
Yes, Scott Morris, new bike. That's right. New Road Glide Special. All blackety black. Blackety black.
Are you watching the Facebook rooms? Because
I am
staying in the YouTubes.
Yeah, I'm over here on the Syndicate page. B&B.
Is Sam over there?
I don't see her. Talking about a breakfast get together soon at their place. Call me. And by the way, hello Jay Pound. Welcome in. Good to see you.
I love being an independent woman, but sometimes even I need something strong and rugged. I'm not opposed to having a relationship that will last forever. That's why I got myself a cat cooler. What? You thought I was going to say a man? They're made in the United States and they come with a lifetime guarantee. What else could a girl ask for? Find your life partner at catcoolers.com. Catcoolers.com.